See it at times. They continue to get better and better. Everybody's stepping up, especially in hardpoint. I mean, St. Dumont, when they really started changing things around in weeks 1 and 2, it was on this map where they had a couple of key blowouts against TK and Optic. So yesterday, though, I believe they dropped this map. We'll see if they can turn it around here today.
Well, a little bit of a different matchup, obviously, against Optic than versus Vitality. But let's
Some
see.
would say.
Let's see what they're able to do. FIDA just goes cruising on in. 2 freebies, a third, and almost wipes the entire team. Sorry, Den's actually got one of those. I thought FIDA just burned through everybody. But the early pressure, and this is a side you usually rack up a lot of time if you're Mindfreak. Doing a great job so far. Just picking up all the time. Yeah,
they definitely are. I mean, that is the start you could ask for. And here we go. FIDA, he's already starting to fight for these spawns. 3 go down for Vitality. There's 1 player left. That's Zayrosh, just trying to wait for his teammate. But look what FIDA is doing. You can see Vitality, 2 of those players are looking for him. They're just wasting time now. That's fine if you're Mindfreak. There's 20 seconds left. You'll have another attack at that rotation.
Big thing, though. All this time they have rocked up. This is going to be a 50-plus point beginning. You couldn't ask for a whole lot more here. Well, you could ask for a better sticky. That tags the top of the doorway there. But here we go. This break could be everything. Mindfreak's able to crack through right away and rack up even more time on this. That could be very deadly here to Vitality early.
Yeah, and let's see if they read this correctly. They saw that 3 players were actually set up towards that armory. They just break on through the front. So 50-0. Nobody really, close to streaks, but again, all that time going to Mindfreak, Vitality, now they have to break through. In Mindfreak, they have that front cross. They're watching the best they can, but Whalers picks up 2. That allows them to get into the hill.
Yeah, but still, I mean, just the damage you've done in these opening 20 seconds, and if they keep spawning field, you're going to be able to continually reinforce, hopefully at least contest a little bit of time if you're Mindfreak. Vitality has to do the best they can. I mean, they can get a perfect hold here through the remainder. They're right back in it, but FIDA and company trying to make a difference here. He will drop as he pushes in, and Vitality has regained control very strongly there.
Yeah, they definitely have. And you saw 2 players off spawn. Well, he's getting shot out by his teammate, but 2 players off spawn for Mindfreak. They decide they're going to rotate, and the reason why parking lot can be so strong, you can earn 40 to 50 points just on this one. A great hold for Vitality. Got a little scary there. So it was what, 58-0. But let's see if they can break this one. Mindfreak in a pretty solid setup. You have 1 guy all the way in this back stable. That's FIDA. He's going to be the first line of defense for these spawns.
FIDA trying to find this kill. Maul's just trying to get the position so if he gets the kills, he can make some plays here for his team with the spawns. It's actually Whalers from behind that ends up tacking up the kill. Maul's now trying to hit through the mid-street. Buzzo, though, will get the better of him with the headshot. You see all 4 players here from TK stacked up in and around the hard point. 3 hitting it from the back from Vitality. They've got a good opportunity to break here.
Yeah, they do, and you can see all the players of Mindfreak around that hill. They're still earning time. 1 player does spawn out. That's Shocks. They're just trying to buy time. Those 2 players in the hill, they're going to come very, very quickly through that radio tower. They're going to finally show up. Riskin, though, is able to get 1, but Mindfreak doing a great job holding this.
Yeah, I almost feel like you didn't hit that fast enough of your Vitality. You gave time for those 2 players that spawn tower to get back in the mix of things, and everything goes the Mindfreak way. So it's been 2 really strong holds for Mindfreak, 1 really strong hold from Vitality, and I mean, that's the difference in your scoreline, right? But the thing is here, now Vitality, they have to answer back on parking lot. And yes, we've seen some amazing holds, but not maybe as easy as 2 and 3 to get done, that's for sure.
No, it's definitely not. Den's working on some streaks. He's 50 points away from a fighter pilot. We know how strong that can be on a hill like Lookout Post. You can see, though, Vitality, they're starting to get those kills. 3 go down for Mindfreak. He's trying to win this one-on-one. That's a big one. Just decides to stay alive.
And this would be like, the one good thing for Vitality, you haven't given up streaks. This would be literally like the worst time to give them up.
Yep.
If you're finally going to do it, if it happens here. But at least for them, right, you get away from that first gunfight. You don't give them the fighter pilot there to try and break into this early. And, we mentioned the fact that it's tough to hold this perfectly. But when you have 1 player playing so safe like this, it isn't trying to flood in with the rest of his team. It's given Vitality a pretty good chunk of time.
Yeah, it makes that really a 4v3 on the hill, but, well, Buzzo finally breaking in, but the rest of Mindfreak, they're going to give this time up. He's not going to call, and he streaks in. There's only 10 seconds left. Shock's trying to get this restaurant control, and you can't blame him after that start where they got 50 seconds on this one. Can they hold it down again?
All right, here we go. Next time into restaurant. While we get into our second set of rotations, I do want to ask you, just because I did watch most of the gameplay. I missed some of it. It's not the same when you're not casting it. But, we've seen a lot more of the STG. Have you seen that greatly affect any change in gameplay or teams for the most part, or still pretty much business as usual?
I think for the most part, it's been pretty much business as usual. If you want to critique someone, Chino hasn't been putting up the best numbers for Team Caliber, but they've been experimenting a little bit on Valkyrie. They're playing a lot more sort of fast-paced maps. I imagine Chino and Accuracy have been just fine, but for the most part, the ARs have been solid. And really, across, you know, the whole stage. Maybe it affects Echo Fox. They haven't been performing the best, but I feel like that is an overarching sort of just team angle.
It's only been a couple days, right?
Yep.
We haven't seen maybe enough yet to see who it's really going to help or who it's going to hurt. But as it stands, Vitality with strong play and Restaurant has kind of clawed their way back in this. They also hold the spawns here for the top side as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Valkyrie too. You know, I've watched it a handful of times over the past few days, and it's fun. You know, we had some 2 sub maps, some 3 sub maps. Now it looks like the 4 sub map kind of gets into the rotation. So definitely fast. It's been a lot of time, fun. But here we go, Vitality. They can hold this. They'll be right back in it, if not have a lead change. Yeah, Xerox able to earn himself some streaks, full streaks as well. That artillery can be so important. It looks like he might place it down. No, he decides not to call that in. He's still watching that cross. Mindfreak, they're still in the lead by 30 seconds, just trying to contest as much as possible. Whalers, though, able to take down 2. Risking there to trade, but Dens with a great nade. Nobody in the hill right now. 30 seconds left on this hill. Here come the reinforcements. Xerox and company trying to get back in. Sticky towards the front, backs him up for a moment. They all try to hit in through white, and they're getting cut down one by one. Whalers with the 2 headshots ends up going big. And once again, from 2 to 3, it's going to be Mindfreak trying to rotate early and get the hold. Last time, they were able to do one hell of a job and kind of push that lead out even more. They're going to have to do it again, but it's a Xerox streak, so they're going to be big. Dins, though, has some to counter with. Here comes the first. Oh, man, I don't know if I agree with that. There's nobody there. There's only 1 player on Vitality there. That's Whalers. And, well, nothing happens from that fighter pilot. And Mindfreak, they still have the spawn, so that's 1 wasted streak. I was literally just going to say, we'll see how Vitality attacks with those score streaks. They call in the fighter pilot way too early. You want to push up to at least middle map. Now Mindfreak have the perfect setup they want. And they're starting to earn some time. Yep, you saw the 1 player killed by it. Spawn safe. They're going to invest the artillery here, too. You know, one criticism of teams is using multiple score streaks on a hard point. Here, though, if they can make the plays and get the time, though, it might be enough to at least give them the lead. And I would have loved to just see the artillery come in first. You know, that'll get Mindfreak off the hill. That'll allow you to attack. You don't have to use it. That allows you to use the fighter pilot at lookout post. So, you know, it's just a play here or there that could really change things. Shox trying to get this scrap time, able to pick up 1 and the second. Great shot out of Shox to take down Xerox and Riskinen. Well, they're rotating towards hill number 4. Yeah, and that's basically 2 kills that give you, what, a good 15 or so seconds. Plus, you spawn a teammate on your side, too, which gives you an opportunity here for a pinch. But as I say that, both Fida and Dins will end up dropping. But now Buzzo is on one side of the pinch. Other 3 players are going to be hitting here in a parking lot. No streaks invested yet and can't win that one-on-one. Yeah, I don't think there's any fighter pilots on any team. Dens, he's going to call in the glide bomb, but not as effective as that fighter pilot on this. Able to pick up the first one. Now they're going to start their attack. Fighter wins another one on Mauls. Great shots out of Whalers to hold down this hill, and, well, that buys time for backup. Vitality, they're going to call in a glide bomb to try and earn this time. Pretty much back and forth, but Shox able to get in and pick up 2, make it 3. A great job by Shox to control that hill. Oh, man, that's some brilliant individual plays. It was Fida at the end of the last hard point. Shox here to try and rack up a ton of time for his team. Vitality still spawning top, but at least finally able to get in the power positions. Was Mindfreak there for a moment. So, what, they're sitting at a 22-point edge right now. Another player just hopped in. There looks like Vitality's going to try and contest that for a moment. But this particular hardpoint's been really split. Remember, it was Mindfreak the first time through. Vitality, this is the hardpoint that kind of got them back in the swing of things the second time. Let's see what they can do here in the third. Yeah, that team kill that comes in doesn't help Mindfreak on the rotations at all. That gives Vitality full control. You can see just how far Riskin is pushed up, able to, you know, really get that cut middle of map. But there's 1 player that's number 3 fighting going all the way to the top. Xerox, though, able to take down Dens, and that'll slow down that attack. You got a couple players, though, working on streaks here for Vitality. We'll see if they're going to be able to pick them up. There it is. Nice little bait, nice little trade comes in, and Xerox close to picking up everything. Maybe able to get an artillery as well. I believe he was the one that got the streaks the first time through as well, right? Has he gotten 2 full sets now? Yeah, he has. Yeah, I believe it was Xerox, again, earning that artillery. We'll see how those will come to, you know, the end of the game as we get here. You know, Vitality, they're getting closer and closer to 250. Mindfreak, though, not far behind, just 13 seconds left. Or 13 seconds behind, 10 seconds left on this hill. And Vitality, they have control of the spawns, but Fight is trying to push through. Yeah, I mean, this has been 2 times in a row. Well, really all 3 where Vitality's done a good job of making sure they've had the top spawns for this particular hardpoint. They haven't let anyone sneak through the cracks in Mindfreak. Will this be the change? You just get 2 kills from Dens. You've got to try and go and make a play here. But Whalers answers back with 1. Looks like all 3 are trying to hit the front again, but this isn't like the first time where you have 3 guys ammo side. They're stacked and ready for it this time, Joe. Yeah, they are set up beautifully. Mauls using that barrels
position, just back and forth. You have Whalers pushing up, and they actually invest in the artillery. They're going to try and use that to get the cuts. You can see those bombs coming in, and well, that just might work, but they have to get Dens out if they want to try and end it here. But Dens gets helps from Buzzo's nades, and he's just trying to waste time. If they can get it to that rotation towards parking lot, they have a chance to get back in this game. They're going to have to contest about a second or two. There we go. They got it. You can see number 2, Dent. He's rotating. They actually invest in the fighter pilot. Again, wasted streaks out of Vitality, and well, Mindfreak, they have themselves a chance to win here.
Yeah, the final 20 seconds, nobody even gets there.
No.
What a crazy final bit of time in that last hard point, but now Xerox does invest a glide bomb as well, so 2 streaks coming in again here. They've got to try and break through. 1 does spawn out. It's going to be Den spawning all the way top. Shocks and company going to have to try and hold the front.
Yeah, it's just Shocks, and I'm not sure who that is. That's Buzzo. They're going to try and hold this. They just need to buy enough time for their teammates to come in. Shocks able to get 1, but a great job for Vitality. 1 player went around the side, gave them spawns. Just 15 seconds left for them to win this game. Mindfreak need to try and break through the front.
They've only got 1 more player really with a chance here. It's going to be all on Buzzo. Buzzo did get 1. He should be traded out momentarily. Final couple ticks. And Vitality take the game 1. Now, I'll tell you what, even if, maybe there were a couple streaks you questioned, the fact they had so many more, it didn't really matter, right?
You have 10.
Yeah, because I think it was just Dins. They got 2 on the side of Mindfreak, and that was about it. You didn't have much to work with. And that was what I think was Whalers and Xerox that both went near double positive. Both were solid throughout the game. And yeah, it just gets to a point where even if there's a poor streak here or there, you're withstanding too much.
Yeah, definitely a great game out of, Whalers and Xerox. That's what Chance was saying on the desk. They have the individual talent to do it. They just need to put it together as a team. And I really feel like, that restaurant and the winery, those 2 hills gave Vitality really the advantage they needed to win that game. That's where they were able to earn those streaks, and then they were able to hold winery time and time again. So when you got to parking lot, those streaks came in, and well, they were able to break Mindfreak.
Yeah, honestly, at at winery the second time through with the artillery, when Dins got in and actually did such a good job staying alive for a good 10 to 15 seconds, I was like, oh my God, that might be just enough to do it, but wasn't enough in the end. They're able to break through, and Vitality will get the game 1 victory. And this is a series, I think we thought had the potential to go the distance, but at the same time, the way we've seen Mindfreak play a couple times over the past few weeks, also one where you could have seen them take control, but that won't be the case here, at least early.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous now if I'm Mindfreak, because the thing is, where you've been showing signs of greatness has been that hard point. There's been 1 search and destroy map that you've been winning, that's London Dock Search and Destroy, and I don't think you're going to get that in that series, so they need to put it together on Search and Destroy and CTF.
And we've seen some, whether it's at open events or in the league, we've seen some stellar individual S&D performances from Vitality at times, just 1 player kind of going off, taking over a bit. They certainly have an advantage to take a 2-0 series lead in this one, but wait, how many game 5s do you guys have yesterday? Like 3 or 4, wasn't it?
I think it was, 2 or 3.
Yeah, I felt so. I was out, and I was just like, every time I see it go game 5, I'm like, oh, these poor guys. Like,
it was just Jack.
None of you get a break all day. You're just casted constantly or on the desk.
Yeah, and then Jack was like, man, I've had 4 games today, and I was like, well, you can blame blame Ethan.
I ordered $40 worth of soup from a place, and I probably drank 16 water bottles yesterday. That was my day. Nice. Soup, the fetal position in bed, and watching my buddy Joe.
You had a great time. That sounds like a great day. I had a similar day like that.
It would have been a great day if everything I was drinking and eating wasn't exiting my body.
All right. Our Den Forest Search and Destroy map number 2, and as I said, we same Marie Dumont Search and Destroy. If it does go to the game 5 again, really where you've seen Mindfreak play well has been London Docks, and that's Vitality's main veto. So this is a series Vitality could take, but I'm actually excited. I hope we can see Valkyrie Hardpoint. It's been fun watching it. I know you've said you've wanted to see it.
Yeah.
You haven't casted it yet, so hopefully we get to go the distance.
I watched. Well, it's weird. Like, when I cast, I feel like I digest things a lot. When I watch, not as much. So like I watched it. I think I've watched like 3 times now. I watched the video of someone kind of breaking it down, but it's just, I'm excited to cast it. It's just not the same. Like I'm so much more into it when I'm actually.
I'm gonna be honest. When you were talking about you being sick, and then you see when you're able to digest, I was like, "Where's he going with this one?"
No. Oh, we'll keep it relatively PG here for the broadcast. But I do want to ask you. We talked a little bit about the STG being seen more. Was there no change in setups at all? Like I feel like if you're talking about those long range gunfights towards towards A or B. It's got it. Well, STG still a laser. So
I won't lie. There is a couple of instances where you're watching and you're like, if that guy had the FG, that would have been a kill, right? Like there is a couple of gunfights, especially in Search and Destroy. Like, you know, when players are behind bombs, there's.
I feel like it has to be specifically. I think about Ruins and someone just exactly step behind a bomb. I'm like,
yep.
That's a much trickier gunfight now.
Yeah. So there is there's definitely a lot of instances where you're like one more bullet. Like for instance, like Saint Marie Dumont, there's the bomb placements in in Statue. That's a big gunfight. Even the cross to that A site, that really affects the game. So you'll definitely see it, and yeah, I think you'll see it a lot on Arden Forest as well. So you've seen a lot more STGs. I think in New Orleans we saw a good amount of bar.
Yeah, that's actually what stood out to me the most yesterday. It's like at New Orleans you saw the bar, the STG, and the FG. I think I saw the bar like 2 or 3 times I can think of off the top of my head the last couple of days. It's been very, very heavily the STG.
Yeah, I think the one instance that really sticks out is the first time Rise played Valkyrie Hardpoint, and Methods decided to use the bar.
That was one of them?
Yeah, and he dropped numbers, but then the next day he's like, well, that didn't feel like a great AR map for me, so I'm going to use 4. We decided to use 4 subs. I was like, well, you put up great stats and you won the map.
I've seen Vitality use the bar here.
Yeah, Malls typically loves the bar on this map, so we'll see what Malls is rocking right now. Well, he's even switched.
All right, okay. Well, remember, that was a big conversation going in New Orleans. Everyone had used the bar going in, and everyone started using the STG at the actual LAN. People were trying to decide what would be best to use. But here we go. Round 1. Vitality on offense. 3 players mounting pressure through Bell. 1 hanging out fire cut. You do have a 3 defensive stack for Mindfreak here at B, so that's a little bit, I guess, different than the standard.
Yeah, it definitely is. Typically, you have 2. Shocks and Malls, well, they trade back and forth. Yeah, so maybe Mindfreak has done their research. There's 1 player. That's Dens in that middle circle, able to stay alive. Fida has his help. Xerox left in a 1-versus-1 versus Fida.
That's the difference of having a 3rd person there. Make sure you can effectively trade. Otherwise, you probably lose this round. Now you at least have a chance with Fida, who will be rotating over. Bomb gets planted. 45 seconds now for Fida to find the kill and work the defuse. And this is scary because Xerox gets a couple of kills and the plant. He was also the streak hero in the last series, or the last map. He's got a chance to have one hell of a round 1 in this.
Yeah, and I like this play from Xerox. He gets spotted, and, well, he just runs away. Will Fida jump on that bomb? It looks like it's Xerox, so he's going to peek this corner. He should be able to catch Fida, and that should be the round, but I don't know if he sees him.
Oh, no.
He doesn't see him. It looks like there's a little ditch there, and that's it. Wow, that angle there. That's frustrating.
Well, that little ditch, that's what, remember when the, remember that map, who was playing when all the mortars got dropped around the bomb and didn't hit United? That's what they were saying. Like, if you lay prone in that ditch and it hits the little bit of elevation there, it won't connect. I think that was a pretty good view of that elevated ground there. Wow. So, the ballsy play there from Fida. Or, sorry. Yes, from Fida. Sticks it, able to get it.
Yeah, no smokes on this A attack. Typically you see a smoke, and that's the reason why that sort of crossfire can come in from middle. Sounds like one finally popped off in mid. Mindfreak though. Well, great shots from Whalers. Now a 2-versus-4, making a 1-versus-4 from Dens. Dens able to trade one back, but you imagine he's going to get caught here. There we go. Shots come in. Great defensive round for Vitality. And again, if you're going to attack that A site, you have to at least throw 1 or 2 smokes.
Yeah, it didn't go very well. But hey, good answer from Vitality though. After I'm sure what was a frustrating round loss there. I would have loved to hear the comms, even though I wouldn't have understood them as that went down. But I gotta imagine.
Just what?
I just feel like you have to have been in that spot before, like when you plan for that spot. And, well, maybe not. No.
So there we go. It looks like Vitality, they're going to attack this A site. And as I said, 2 smokes come in. That allows Fida to know. A great stun, but it looks like those players on Vitality have armored. Buzzo, there's that crossfire. It's gone because of that smoke. And, well, 3 of those players just jump over that cabin wall. Buzzo going to try and help Shocks as quickly as possible. Great job by Mindfreak to stay alive, and great shots from Buzzo.
Buzzo with the jukes. Almost gets enough bullets in there, I think, to finish. But Maul's by himself. He was pretty tagged there, so the wall bang will come through. Big defensive stand on the A site from Buzzo. Good plays from the veteran.
Yeah, it was a great job by Shocks to stay alive behind that rock, and he's able to back up. And, well, again, while smokes helps, it also sort of tells Mindfreak, hey, we're coming this way. So a very fast rotation from Mindfreak. So, Vitality, they had the first blood, but a great job, again, from Buzzo to stay alive inside that cabin, and great defense.
All right, 2-1 advantage. And Mindfreak wants to go back to A. So we saw them fail last time. What do they change up this time? Stun goes in, hits an armored player. I believe there are wooden malls. There's the smoke, at least through that cabin alley. They're trying to pressure Malls out here, but a quick rotation does come in. So you've got one Cabanelli who's going to have that smoke draw. Okay, well, Riskin, was that one nade that went in?
Yeah, just one nade. He was rocking Exponentiary.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's a difference.
I
But
didn't
here's the
notice
key player. Yeah, Whalers. He just quick flanks. And really, if Mindfreak are going to take their time around that cave area, that allows that lane to be wide open. Great shots again from Xerox. Dens left in a 1 versus 2.
Dens has him so tagged, needs to finish the kill, but the cross is watched, and Vitality able to pick it up. Yeah, I was wondering, it was one of those times I didn't look at the class. I was like, that did not look like 2 nades or any bullets came in.
Yeah, no, I think Buzzo is one of the, I think we saw Tommy use it on Splice. Buzzo, he tends to use it to throw stuns. He's trying to catch that player at that ice, ice cut.
Well, it makes sense why he tossed that stun, right before he was at bunker, basically. Gives that added length to it, and unfortunately for him, the player had armored on.
As most ARs do. Sort of the TK special, Armored scoped.
All right, well, now Malls and company looking to push through Bell. 1 mid-map. Last time we saw them try this when Mindfreak had the 3 stack inside. They have it here again. So 1 in U, 2 kind of playing behind bomb here and broken. And the flank's coming very quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say, Fida, he just gets so much information. They know. I mean, they must have done their research that, well, Vitality doesn't pay attention to their flank too often. Xerox, though, picks up first blood, and, well, Fida gets some shots in, but that player just runs away. That's Riskin just trying to stay alive. And Vitality, they have a lot of map control right now.
Fida doesn't get that kill, but he did at least bring pressure off the B site. I mean, everything's kind of gone haywire now. Riskin almost got in behind there from mid-map, but that number 3, Whalers, is the one. As soon as Fida took shots, he tried to back up and help his teammates, so all that aggression slowed for at least a moment, but now it's going to be a 2 versus 2. But that flank, if anything, took some time off the clock.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. They have to get this bomb down. Fida still had a stun. Missed the stun, though. Whalers able to pick that one up. Buzzo there to trade in a 1 versus 1. Great shots. Maul's just trying to stay alive behind this pole, and he's going to rush him. Decides to take the shot. Great job by Buzzo to win that 1 versus 1.
Buzzo, he's had a couple big plays. First, it was the defensive hold there on A. Now going big on B as well on defense. Nice stuff there. That's one of those tough spots sometimes where you have someone behind a pillar. It's like, do you pick a side? Do you push? Felt awkward for a moment, but eventually pulled out the pistol and found the kill.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of 1v1s where players will just stay behind that pole until they regen full health.
Yeah.
And the player that is trying to get an angle on him just doesn't.
And then it's like a coin flip. It's like, you pick left or right.
So I like that
you guess
play.
wrong, sometimes you get challenged and burned. So good job from Buzzo. But now on offense, 3 players hitting up through mid-map. Riskin, as he's backing up, stunned, does get some shots in. Whalers ultimately able to find the kill. Whalers finds a second there with the headshot. At the same time, Xerox also gets a kill. Buzzo has had some nice rounds, but this one, the one good thing he's still have time to work with. The thing that's a problem is, though, he's working towards streaks, Joe. He's 400 out of 625.
Yeah, it's just a long time. I imagine Vitality's going to realize it sooner or later that he is working on some streaks. So I imagine as time goes on, they're going to try and hunt him down. As you can see, they have so much map presence. Someone pushed up B, 2 players pushed up middle, and the last guy just trying to spot him A. Buzzo just going to go back to his spawn, try to find anything he can.
Yeah, I don't even know where the best setup is here to take a gunfight. I mean, basically, you're dealing with a push behind cover of both those barrels, or behind the rock if you get pushed here.
Yep, there they go.
This is a nightmare. Look at them flocking on in.
Yep, they're going from all angles. Shots from Buzzo. They have to be careful. But there's a trade. He didn't expect it to be from the same side. Great job for Vitality. Shut that streak usage down.
Yeah, that was kind of funny to watch in the minimap. As soon as they got in position, just all 4 start to hunt him. The lamb versus the wolves there.
Yeah, but really, that round for Vitality, that was big. They stopped fighting in the middle. As soon as those shots come in from that player middle, Fida gets weak and he can't continue to push through you, so he has to pause, allows Whalers to get into a better position top ruins, and he wins that 1 versus 1. So great job for Vitality to not back down from those nades. And there you go. There's a little bar action for you. Okay. Xerox there. He's got a bar out. And well, they're playing this one slow. And I think they're just trying to wait for Fida to flank. So basically what's been happening.
This.
Yeah, if they don't see any presence, they've just been going towards...
But at the same time, at least they threw nades at B in the other rounds. Like, they knew some pressure was coming to B. I don't know how you bait out the flank with nothing. Like, there's no nades to either site.
Yeah, at least now you don't have the quick rotation. It is coming, though. Shox is going through the spawn. Vitality, they need to act fast. Fida trying to stay alive. In a sneaky position past this one. It looks like a player jumped right over him. They did. He's able to pick up 2. Yeah, that works. And Shocks, though, 2 versus 2. Shocks and Dens versus Xerox and Whalers. Great nade from Shocks.
Yep. Nice nades, he gets it. Now Whalers has to clutch. He might do just that, 1 versus 1. Whalers versus Shocks. Round count tied 3-3. This is a big round win, a big 1v1. Whalers spots him.
Great job by Whalers. And Vitality, man, they're clutching up. This could put them 2-0 in the series. Not a lot of people expected this one.
Well, it was perfect. I mean, he turned it into a 1v1 so quickly, and no option to trade there from Mindfreak. Couldn't have gone any better for Whalers.
Yeah, so again, they hit that delay A. And what that does is that quick rotation that typically happens right off spawn doesn't. So that buys them just enough time. He got a little scared there as FIDA picked up 2. But
yeah, first I thought you were saying they were waiting on the FIDA to push the flank. And I was like, well, with no nades at B, I'd be very shocked if he started to fly in. But it would have looked very smart if it happened. They would have got a real easy kill. All right, well, Mindfreak looking to even the odds here. Spread out right now. 1 in fire, 1 near bunker, and 2 up in Bell. Xerox on defense, just trying to get what information he can.
Xerox having another great game, 8-3 after that game 1 performance. Him and Whalers have really stepped it up. Shots come in from Whalers, spots Dens, and this is a pretty slow default coming in from Mindfreak and Riskin. Well, that's a great first blood on the Shots. Now Mindfreak, they have to do something. They have to do it quick.
Grenade in, they know it tags. They're probably going to play behind that. FIDA gets a pick as well. Whalers trying to get the angle. He knows he's going to get shot from so many, but he weakens everyone and finishes 1. FIDA's weak. Can't get the kill, though, but Maul's able to trade it out. Now Buzzo by himself. He clutched the 1v2 earlier in the round, but nothing he can do there at Pillar. Another round of Vitality. And this is, you mentioned Whalers, Xerox, but the thing that, has stood out to me, I know this isn't the deepest of analysis,
all right,
and it doesn't apply to everything, but what strikes me with the teams that have struggled is it feels like they always have one player that struggles, on a map, someone, or in a series, just somebody has a rough series, whereas the top teams, you just rarely see that. And I think what's kind of stood out to me a little bit for Vitality, at least, it's been a pretty balanced effort, or 2 players completely go off, like you saw at Xerox and Whalers in the first map.
Yeah, it's a very frustrating situation, because typically it's like, all right, I'm doing better, but another player starts to struggle, but well, back to the game. Shock's able to pick up 1 and 2 as well. That B push was shut down. Whalers, though, trying to get across to the pillar, and Dens takes him down. Now a very fast round from Mindfreak as well. Wow. That's a great response.
Didn't feel like Mindfreak missed a bullet in that round.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, everyone just got fried very, very quickly.
And really, there was no nades, nothing. That came from Vitality. It was just straight up gunfights. And when you're top ruins, those are pretty easy wins there. So,
yeah, you could say that. You get to that position.
Yeah.
If you're not dealing with any kind of nades. Okay. All right. Can Mindfreak push this to around 11? Looks like they want to go back to an A hit. It will be smoke
and
in the hand of Den, so he'll be hitting the smoke there for a cut. Does he get caught, though? Oh, I thought Riskin got caught him for a second.
Yeah, Maul spotted it, and then you can instantly see. Look how fast they rotate. There's already 4 players over here for Vitality. Does Mindfreak decide to go back? It looks like they decided to take their time. Riskin here on a cheeky little angle on FIDA. Able to see Shocks as well, and well, they just don't expect this. Great job by Riskin, well, to take a risk and push up that middle map.
Oh, that was great stuff. I thought he was going to hop up and challenge the second in the back, but playing his life for now. Just spotted him again. Riskin going huge here. I mean, he's basically halted the rotation. He's halted any kind of play in mid-map. They're still trying to dance over at A. Now Whalers has bought him enough time for him to flank. That's a 1-shot player in Shocks. This should be game.
Yeah, and again, it's just the response, from Vitality on their defenses. As soon as they get information, they quickly rotate and get map control. A great search and destroy from Vitality.
And this is becoming interesting now, maybe for Mindfreak a little bit too, because think how did their first cycle of their first round robin, if I remember correctly, they were in 7th. They swapped with Echo Fox and hopped all the way to 5th to end the 2 weeks, I believe. But now, I mean, I know they had really tough matchups earlier in this week, but now if you lose this series as well, I don't know, it feels like all those improvements are gone. Suddenly you're fighting to make sure you're not in relegation.
Yeah, definitely. And again, when we talk about their improvements, it's been around their hard point. They haven't shown us much in search and destroy and capture the flag. So hopefully they can, we're doing the London Docks next, so hopefully they can turn it around here.
Well, they need to turn it around because, God, if you're an APAC fan, if you're a Mindfreak fan, you're getting very scared here for your squad in Stage 1. They got to pick it up. It's got to happen on the CTF. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this quick break. We are back. Vitality very close here to the 2-0 over Mindfreak. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned earlier the improvements for Mindfreak have mostly been in the actual hard points. They struggle there, and now they've got to get done in CTF. But I don't know. This is suddenly feeling like a 3-0 for Vitality, and I don't think many predicted that.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I think Chance might have been the only one, right? You know, Chance taking risks.
He's an analytical mastermind.
Yeah, I guess so. Gotta love the eye. No, but I mean, I think if there's two or a game type that'll turn around and shift that momentum, it's London Dock CTF, because you could really bulldoze a team where you could get 5 or 6 caps in a half, and then you go over to another fast-paced game mode in Valkyrie Hardpoint where you're running 3 to 4 subs. So this could be the spark that Mindfreak needs, but if you're Vitality, yeah, you're very close to a 3-0.
Would you say these two next two then favor Mindfreak? Like heavily, or?
I mean, I would say that before this series.
That's true.
But the way Xerox and Whalers are playing as well, I mean, they're having a great series. They're shooting well, so this is going to be very tough for Mindfreak to get back into it.
All right, this is a map where, man, you get 3 or 4 down off the break, you get to score more often than not.
And look what Mindfreak's doing. They're sending 2 actually top street. Fida, he's going to turn around, but that's Dens. He might commit to that overextend, and it's basically the same thing on the other side where Vitality, they're just trying to push up water. So this is going to be very interesting very quickly.
Well, this is some sort of like set opening, right? Because look how safe Buzzo is playing. He's playing so deep, so this overextension doesn't punish him. They take the chance. It doesn't pay off offensively, but you still find a couple of kills. And now if Fida, say he wins that one-on-one, which looked like he was going to up against the... That was some perfect shots from Riskin with the STG.
Yeah, same thing there with Buzzo. Buzzo picks up a big one on Xerox. Shox has control of this fire. Exactly what you want. Just trying to watch this cross back. They do a great job, though, just trying to stay alive, baiting and switching. Mauls gets in the fire and takes down Dens, but the trades are on. And, well, that sucks. You get stuck right there. You have number 5. That's Riskin actually overextending, but he's just rapid fire, but he's going to be right in that barrels, but Buzzo locking down water.
All right, well, Dens now off spawn. Shox there with him. They're going to have to deal with the mounting pressure from Vitality. Dens tried to sprint out and get the position, but there's like 2 players pushed up the map here. You've got nice control from Vitality. They can find another opening kill or 2, and the flood's going to come in. Riskin, first one to try and move up and make a play. He catches the stun almost immediately. Fida spots him on the edge, tries to re-peek, though, but Riskin saw him as well. Able to win that gunfight. Now you're pushed the entire way back. Joe, this is a good chance. Yeah,
it definitely is. Nades come in, though. Great nades from Buzzo. Shox responds. 1 player left. Great defensive hold from Shox, Buzzo, and Fida. Fida already min-map, already going towards this fire side, and you can see all Vitality spawn up right around the same time, and Fida has great positioning already upside the screen.
That's why 3 or 4 down is so dangerous in this. Even if you're on offense, like pushed up the entire way, look how quickly this has shifted. Now suddenly Mindfreak in an excellent position here. One dies the back box. This should be it. This is likely a cap unless Riskin can get something done. He at least died several seconds before the rest of his teammates, so he might be able to get a touch and get out here.
He's trying to get a flag here. If he can get this pull out, this might allow his team to get there and help him. He's going to have a one-on-one with the flag carrier, but Riskin does a great job staying alive with that flag. It's going to force us into a stalemate, and he has help from all of his friends.
And it was fortunate because the one player he's in a one-on-one, obviously, is the other flag carrier. So that guy's not going to chase him through Cole and try to finish that kill. He can't. A little bit too risky. So that allows him to get out. And now, like you said, a bit of a stalemate here.
Yeah, Whalers trying to find someone. And on the other side of the map, you have Shox and Buzzo inside that fire. That's where the attack's going to come from Mindfreak, but they're playing pretty defensive. Whalers about to get help from Xerox, so you're going to have 2 players on each team really trying to get the flag back, but they're not going to expect Dens in that corner. Whalers now, he's going to, well, say, hey, I'm here. Trying to take down Dens. The flag carrier, well, he's trying to push up. He's trying to actually get this flag, but Whalers takes down both of them. And now Buzzo and Shox, well, luckily they get that flag out. But there's one player, that's Whalers once again. He might be the play maker for Vitality does, and that's going to be the return and the flag score for Vitality.
In control of yet another map. And streak starting to mount. Buzzo almost gets gunned on the cross, but able to win that once he gets to cover there at the back car.
Yep.
Did he only get the fighter pilot?
I think so. I think it was only the fighter pilot. Yeah, only has a fighter pilot. Again, he's pushing up, trying to help his teammate. That's Riskin. Well, Riskin gets taken down, and Mindfreak, well, they're pushing that lower docks. There's 2 players trying to play very aggressively. Again, 1 flag is not a very big lead, but you have 1 player on Vitality as well. Sneaking through. That's Whalers. Let's see if he's able to make a play. And there, he wins another one-on-one. Whalers, man, he's just forcing so many engagements on the map, and that's going to be another flag for Vitality.
That timing could not have been more perfect. I mean, he gets his 1 kill, but as he's getting the touch, what, 2 more players die?
Yep.
Could not have been better for Mindfreak. 2-0 advantage. What's the most we've seen on one team now in the pro league? Any idea? I mean, I've seen 8 a couple times. Is that the highest?
Yeah, I think 8 or 9 might be the highest.
I mean, I have no idea the over bracket is. Who knows? Someone's going to drop 62. But
Yeah, probably 30. No, but again, Maul sneaks through, and Mindfreak, they're just not playing. I don't know if it's their communication or what's going on, but they just don't seem to be calling out players, or they're just not worried about their own flag. They continuously keep pushing into fire. Well, that fighter pilot's going to come in. Can they stop this flag? It looks like that flag carrier, Dens, is just going to be able to get back into fire. And well, still, another stalemate. And if you're Vitality, you are A-okay with this.
3 go down, though. This could be an opportunity. He's set up in the back right. They're trying to fight him right now.
The flag's actually fighting him as well. They're pinching him.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. There's the drop. There's the return. Now they'll have 60 seconds to get this in, but look at the overextension now through water. So Xerox is going to be leading it. Vida's stun will just miss him. I don't think he's going to realize one cross. Okay. He will head back, but as a streak comes in, that does pick up one at mid. Xerox now out of position here.
Yeah, fight it.
Oh, look at where you spawn, though, if you're Shocks. Shock spawn deep. Xerox not ready for that at all.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that glide bomb actually try to, hit Fighter. If it hits Fighter, then he can actually take that flag out. Instead, they go for a guy middle map. And, well, Shocks comes in off spawn and gets that flag.
Yeah, I think he got streaks, too. The big reason you'll see him put it through, because I think he was on like 50 off streaks before the score, so he's going to have a lot to work with. But I think one question for Mindfreak, and for, like, even from Division B, we'll see, but, like, the teams that improved a lot, my question was, like, when you go back for those 2 weeks, right, maybe scrims and matches aren't the same, do you come back and it's like you're starting over like you did in week 1, or are you going to maintain that? And I think for some teams you're going to be fine, you're going to maintain it. But for a team like Mindfreak, when you're going back to Australia, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure, you're not practicing much over there.
are you going to be shocked if suddenly they look like a different team than next week? I don't know that I would be.
Well, luckily for them, you have Atlanta coming up, and then after that you have Birmingham, so there's a lot of competition.
Sure.
It really, after playoffs, will be the big thing. But here we go, side number 2, and there's that artillery comes in. Not sure how much of an impact that'll have on this map, but that could help them put some pressure on attack if they need to. Shock's trying to get lower control. It's going up against Xerox. Xerox still playing very aggressive. Has Mountain on as well. Knows some streaks were earned. But Vitality, they're just controlling the middle of the map.
Here they go. And this is a Vitality team that just took TK the distance. So maybe a boost in confidence for them. I don't know, but they look very, very strong. But you do have it. Look at the top of the mini-map.
Yeah,
Dins who's gotten through. The streak comes in. There could be a touch here. So Mauls gets it. And on the other end, Dins. Now a streak comes in, though.
Well, he calls the artillery. That's very close to him. That keeps Mauls inside of that room. It's exactly where you want to be. Yeah, they tried timing that glide bomb, so as soon as he gets a kill, that allows Dens to pull the flag. So a great job by Mindfreak. And again, we're in a bit of a stalemate here, but Buzzo, he goes into fire, able to take down 1, but Riskin is there to trade. Riskin actually gets 2. That's a big play by Riskin. And the flag goes down again. Just these key gunfights for Vitality, but there's 1 player left. Shocks. Shocks is in the Vitality base. And wow, what a play from him. Flag isn't going to get stopped. It doesn't look like it, and well, Shocks has help.
Wow, so not only does Shocks get the return, but a chance to get a score, but then again on the other side, Whalers now has it. So back and forth we go. You've had 4 touches in the past, 20, 30 seconds it feels like. Want to get return, 3 down now.
It's a big gunfight. Dens he can go again. Yeah, the relay is on from Mindfreak. And well, it looks like they're going to take a lead. Some big gunfights come in from Dens and Shocks, and this just changes the game completely.
That's why you said no lead really feels that same, especially a 1 or 2 cap lead. It's just like that. Bang, bang. Mindfreak in the lead. Fida is on a 4 streak. He might be working towards some streaks. Dens is about to double up on his fighter pilot.
They pass each other again. Xerox playing very sneaky. He's actually going to get that kill, and he's going to go for a fly pull, and this is perfect. Now you need to see those 3 Vitality members collapse on the other 3 Mindfreak members, but they're actually going to call in a fighter pilot. Not see anything, and well, there's that one-on-one win again.
Wait, was that fighter wrapping back, or did he spawn out like?
He wrapped back.
Okay. I was gonna say
he went through middle.
I missed that entirely because like, how did he get there all of a sudden? But no, I missed him on the back cross. Okay. Well, now what looked like it might be a Vitality score was gonna be another Mindfreak.
Thank you. I was gonna say, please watch the overextension. There we go. And again, you're gonna have a relay come in. This is what's so scary about this map. Fida, Honest, everybody on a spree right now for Mindfreak. And as I said, this is a map where they can really get things going. And they're just going to call in all these streaks and try to get as many flags as possible.
Yeah, just how ugly this got. My God, for Vitality once Mindfreak got a little something going. And, I mean, no lead's safe, but it feels scary when you're sub 2 minutes and it's now a 3-cap lead. And you've got some streaks to work with, and Buzzo maybe on his way to working up some more.
Yep, Shocks having a great game. Really, everybody having a great game for Mindfreak. As we said, on the other side, you know, Whalers is 14 and 13, but you have 2 players double negative in Malls and Xerox. Xerox has been a key component for Vitality, but not having the best of games in this game number 3. Den's just playing slow. They know they just have 80 seconds left in this game. Vitality, they need to put as much pressure as possible. And yeah, just a lot of defensive streaks coming in, but 2 do go down for Mindfreak.
They'd have to get a really nice rally here. Unfortunately, Fida's killed 2. If Fida doesn't go big, Fida's just cutting down the entire team of Vitality, it feels like.
He's just wasting time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like the opportunity to get a nice rally, and maybe, but now a streak comes in top mid that might connect onto Malls. Malls
is he just dodging all of them?
I don't know.
There we go.
Okay. Finally, he's directly in the middle of a circle. Is that 2 artilleries down now? 2 artilleries in a green. So the entire left side of the map was just basically a Mindfreak streak for a moment there.
They're playing a completely different game. They're trying to sink each other's battleships right now with these artilleries. Right.
Yeah. That's what it looked like. It's like I don't think I can't remember a time where I saw like 2 artilleries drop next to each other like that. Not fun to deal with for sure, but just like that, in 30 seconds, Mindfreak will have given themselves a chance in this series. And, you know, you mentioned something earlier, going to Valkyrie, how practice teams are on it, plus the fact that the pace of that map certainly picks up a bit.
I believe that'll be the first time we see Valkyrie for both of these teams, so we'll see how much they've prepped on it. Looks like Vitality, they are going to get 1 more flag in unless Den stops it, but 5-3. And again, as soon as they get a relay going, Mindfreak, they just take full control of the map. It was a little scary there, but they turned it around. Everybody started winning some key gunfights, and, well, Mindfreak take the map.
Well, there was that wild, like, minute or 2 stretch where you had 2 different stalemates. Wasn't really sure which way it was going to go, and I would not have guessed if I had, you know, a multiple choice that it was going to be 2 caps for Mindfreak in a 30-second span. But, wow, they get control there. They never look back.
Yeah, Mindfreak, you can see, still very intense, very focused. They know they can bring this one back. As we said, we're going to Valkyrie hardpoint in this 4th map.
It's my first one. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's my first cast as well.
Really? All right. Here we go. We're not going to know anything we're talking about.
Well, I've watched the game. But you're basically right. Yeah.
I'm excited for this. Should be a lot of fun. But I have no idea who to pick as favorites because I love some of the like SMG fast-paced power you have with a player like Shocks on Mindfreak, but we've seen Malls when you throw him on a map like let's say Flak Tower CTF, and he just starts to dominate, snapping left to right, getting those 2 and 3 pieces. So I don't know. It's almost impossible to predict just because we haven't seen the teams on it. But
yeah, I think if you're Vitality, you still need Xerox and Whalers. You know, they slowed down a little bit that game. I mean, really, everybody did. I mean, what can you do when you go down 5-2 in CTF? Mindfreak just winning everything. Well, this will be a big one for Mindfreak. Again, this is a very important win, especially head-to-head. You go towards that 5-6. You try to avoid relegation, get into Stage 2. These guys want to compete on this international stage for as long as possible. Try to be in the best shape possible if they can get to Call of Duty Championships.
Yeah, and it's just a reminder for those out there and to the players, really. Like, it's so early.
Yeah.
It's so early. Like, anything can happen. And I know we're deeper into it now, but we started the league, what? Did we start the league almost 2 months earlier than last year? Or was it a month earlier?
I think it was like 3.
Yeah, 3. So, like, that's why, like, it's just wild to think about who's going to win the events coming up. I have no idea. You know, you heard my bold statement about TK, but I have no idea who's going to win the tournament.
I don't think anybody heard that.
Think about how it's, like, shifted. Like last year, you know, Rise won the first tournament. You never saw that form again. Cloud9 was in second of that tournament. They sure as hell never saw that again. It's like, it's just the game developed so much, you know, several months in, and it feels like it's still so early. I mean, we're not even in March yet. Champs is in August.
Yeah, we have 6 months.
There's so much COD. Like, who the hell knows who the top team's going to be 4, 5, 6 months from now? But
yeah, we still have, what, 4 open events?
That's awesome.
We have Atlanta coming up.
Yeah, it feels like like when we started the league, New Orleans seemed so recent because it was like a week and a half before. But now that we're like a month in, I know it's only a month, but it seems like it's been a while since an open event. I'm really excited for Atlanta.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy because we have Atlanta, and then a couple weeks later we have Birmingham, and then a week after that you have Stage 1 playoffs. So
Yeah, Atlanta and TK's backyard.
There's like
how many bodyguards?
close to $1 million. Well, it's 900,000 in about 6 weeks for these.
That's wild. That's
yeah.
awesome. That is awesome. That's what they're all here for, right? You know, the love of the game, sure, but it's a job to these guys. They're here for a paycheck.
I'll tell you what. I'll take $900,000.
Yeah, right. No, this is awesome. It's fun to be a part of the CWL, and it's going to be really, really fun to see how it all plays out over these next 6 months. I'm just curious. It's just how much the game is going to change. Whenever you look back at like think about right now, you see the STG using more. You see a new map in the rotation. Like how much the game has dynamically changed over the course of a year. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's like first event last year, he had like 3 OSAs.
Yeah, right, like that.
Then you had like 4K bars, and then ERADs came into play. So yes, as time goes on, well, the game changes, these teams adjust, and here we go. Valkyrie map just added, and then that resistance map pack. So we'll see how both these teams look on this map. Well, this first hill in ventilation, we saw Rise dominate it yesterday against Red Reserve. See if one of these teams can get off to a hot start.
Here we go. Mindfreak, much like the first hardpoint, first team in, but contested quickly, and 4 wiped out. His Vitality storms on through. That's never what you want to see, the kill feed all yellow like that if you're a Mindfreak fan.
Yeah, no, but great positioning by Riskin. If Riskin gets a couple of kills here, he'll try to flip the spawns, but that doesn't happen. So the next hill is just right outside that map, that second hill. You know, so it's very close to this first one. You can really get some good amount of time. And on both teams, we have a bar where yesterday we saw 4 SMGs on each side. I believe it was Buzzo, and I think it was Malls had the other one. So that's what they're rocking. Some kills come in, and again, Mindfreak doing a great job. This is the side of the map you want to control. You can see Shocks getting in this next hill. Well, they're going to have about a 17-point lead going into this one.
And you got a couple players just starting to build towards streaks right now for Mindfreak. Ventilation is done. Let's head to bunker now and see if Vitality can get a clean sweep yet again. But you got to be careful. You know, you're at risk of leading some streaks here, but getting pushed is Shocks. One gets out the door. He knows he's going to go out the window, but some good help. Nice long-range shots to back one up, and he's going to get it through assist there. Yeah, about 2 or 3 different assists throughout that.
Yeah, and that was Fighter holding the back, so that's so important. You want to try and hold that back spawn. But they're a bit split right now, pretty even. But there we go, a couple of kills come in for Vitality. They immediately get into the hill. You saw where number 1 spawned. That's Whalers. That's where you want to be. But Vita gets right back in. Great shot on the Mauls. Those stunts, those are going to slow down Vitality. You can see on that map, Riskin already headed over towards that next hill.
You got to be careful, though. You don't want to give any more streaks to this Mindfreak team. Fight is still in there. Okay, they do pick him up, so it'll just be 1 set of streaks for Mindfreak. And now the rotation out of bunker. See the bottom side of the minimap controlled right now for Mindfreak. Once again, it's on Vitality to try and break, and you don't want to be saying that too long into a game. I know it's still early, but you don't want to be the team trying to break every single time.
Yeah, so as we get into storage, this is one of those hills you can lock down. Well, really, that's what's so fun about this map. You know, a lot of these hills, you can get 30 to 40 seconds, and we saw yesterday with Red and Rise, there was about a 100-point lead, and that went away very quickly. Mindfreak, they get a good set of kills on Xerox and Malls, and, well, they're stopping that first push from Vitality.
They hold off the first one, and now the lead's starting to get a little bit scary. Mindfreak starting to build it up to 50 points now. They've still got 30 or so seconds here. They can lock down. Whalers with a nade in. Finishes. But there's still another player in the hard point.
Yeah, and with, you know, with just 18 seconds left, that 4th hill, this is what we talked about. Hills 3 and 4, so important. Because you can just chain those hills together, and you can see Mindfreak, they're already in that 4th one, getting set up. They have the spawns they want. Look how far Vitality spawn out. They're going to be so far away from Office. A great job by Mindfreak to control those rotations. They still have streaks as well.
Well, you felt all right about Mindfreak in maps 3 and 4. They're looking very strong here and looking to push it to a game 5. I guess what we thought at the beginning of the series had potential to do it. Buzzo does get picked, though. 3 players drop for Mindfreak. There's still 1 up, though. It's going to be Dens. Now you get in. The top spawn is in for Mindfreak. And, yeah, you need this time desperately just to give yourself a chance in the game right now, Joe. Yeah,
that was a very great push out of Vitality. It really just went through the front door, but a couple go down for Vitality. Mindfreak trying to get this scrap time. And number 6 Fighter, he spawns where that next hill is going to be, right towards that smokestack. So he's just going to try and control this. All 4 players spawn exactly where they want to be. They're going to try and set up. They're going to give that scrap time for Vitality. Still going to have about a 50-point lead, but a very important couple of gunfights going down.
How long can you survive this?
Yeah.
Where you're trying to break each time and then getting scrap time. Just the lead will continue to grow and grow. Unless you get one like flawless break. I mean, you've really only seen that in the very first hard point in the opening 20 seconds. Can they get that one more time?
And just look how spread out they are. Look at Shocks. Well, he's going to call in that fighter pilot. They need a ton of information. Let them know they are in that storage. Buzzo trying to lock this down. Knows there's one player left. Be able to win that one. Never mind. Whalers takes him down. And there we go. The attack from Vitality comes in.
It's coming in, but is it getting through? The answer seems to be no. One more remaining here, but he's by himself until his teammates come in to reinforce. Once again, it's like the lead for Mindfreak increases.
Yeah.
Vitality chips away. The lead increases. They chip away. But they don't seem close to ever, I don't know, bringing it close enough to kind of challenge right now.
Yeah, and well, Vitality, they're going to go for this. And well, there we go. We see them start to, again, it's going to reset after this. Mauls, he's going to work towards this ventilation room. Try and get set up. You do not want Mindfreak to get in there because while there are a lot of doorways, there's a lot of great places to set up with those PPSHs.
You know, I mentioned earlier, it seems like you just have one person at times that'll lag behind a little bit and risk it. I mean, he was 6 and 14 until he found a couple of kills, but when you have someone approaching triple negative, I'm more around double now, but it's going to be tough to win, especially on a map like this. It seems to be very, very effectively trade, 4-man hits together, especially a lot of submachine gun action. If you have somebody kind of breaking that chain, it's going to be tough to win.
Yeah, there we go. Whalers able to pick up 2, and there's the trades that you want. 30 seconds left. This could get them back in the game. Mindfreak, though, they still have a glide bomb on Shocks.
Even 30, you're down a minute still. more than that.
Better than 100.
Yeah, no. You're right. It's just
yeah, it's gonna be tough for Vitality to get back into this one, but you can tell they're starting to work that middle street area, try to get spawns for the next one. But Mindfreak, they know what they have to control. You know, for that bunker hill number 2, Vitality are trying to get the backside, but Fida here in a great position, able to take one down. And he's just gonna buy so much time, but a great one from Xerox, and there we go. That spawn comes in from Mauls. Can Mindfreak hold this hill?
Here we go. Mauls trying to pinch. Shocks, though, wins the one-on-one. Riskin tries to trade out as much as he can. Gets 2, I think, before he ends up dropping. But Dins is the one going big for Mindfreak. He's got 3 kills in a row right now. He's been holding inside. Dins wins another one-on-one in the back, but will ultimately be traded out. Now you're spawning out if you're Mindfreak, at least for these next 30 seconds. You need all this time. God, even if you get all this, you're still down about a minute. Every time I think like, yeah, this is the one.
They'll get back into it. Here we go. Mauls, though, he's working on some streaks. On a 3 spree, he's 475, just 150 away. And finally, it just seems like gunfights are starting to go their way for Vitality, but Mindfreak playing it smart. They know the lead they have. They're not going to overcommit to this. They're going to rotate towards this storage. They know they earned so much time on this one last time. Shock's already set up. Nobody for Vitality close except for Whalers, and Whalers, I believe he has a bar, yeah, so he's going to take his jolly old time, and that's why we've seen so many, 4 PPSH setups, because you have to be quick on this one. Well,
Whaler starts to go in and hit, but Buzzo and Shocks are the one finding the opening couple of kills. Den's here to trade as well, but Riskin!
That helps.
Riskin, talk about the fact that maybe hasn't been trading out as effectively as he could. Those 3 kills, is that what you needed right there? Was this the time where it changes? You still got a close left spawn here for Mindfreak. You're going to have to hold on to another wave, though, if you are Vitality. There's only one player inside. It's going to be Xerox. Xerox is getting pushed. He puts a bullet or 2 into both players, but nobody's there to trade. By the time the second player comes in, there's 2 or 3 already set up for Mindfreak. And that may have kind of been the dagger there. I mean, I think if you were going to swing tide in your favor, it could have been that hard point.
Yeah, it was Whalers and Riskin that were just so focused on middle of the street. Mindfreak just bullies their way in. And again, they have the spawns that they want for the next hill, for that office hill. So important on this map from what we've seen. You could see how far back Shocks is. Great shots from Whalers, trying to get this back control. I don't know if he's going to expect Shocks to be all the way back there, though. And, well, Den spawns right on top of him. Does find one. Almost the second. For right now, nobody in the hill. But there we go. Buzzo gets that one gunfight. Now full control and still streaks on Dens for Mindfreak. This should be...
Yeah, I thought he was going to call him in right away.
Yeah.
He does tuck in the corner, though, and he should get 2. Oh, well.
Oh, he does get 2.
How do you not kill? Yeah, he did. Whalers survives just around the edge, but Mindfreak, they go down 0-2. They bring it back-to-back then with the games 3 and 4. They've now tied it up, and they're pushing us out to a game 5. I guess what we've kind of thought all along. It just took a while to get here, and it happened maybe in an unorthodox manner. I think that first hard point kind of threw things off in your head a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Vitality, though. Solid search and destroy team. I believe it's the same Marie Dumont game 5. So this is one, again, you know, it had changes a couple of weeks ago, but it feels like teams are pretty much used to it. So I'm excited to watch this game 5.
Well, here we go. It's game 5. France versus Australia, New Zealand. A matchup for the ages. Who will take this as both teams fighting desperately here to stay in contention for stage 2. We'll be right back after this quick break. Here we go, game 5 time. Vitality going up against a Mindfreak. And, you know, we mentioned it kind of heading to commercial. We've talked about it a couple times throughout this, but right now it seems to be a fight of who may not get relegated. You want to make sure you're going to be into stage 2. If you're into stage 2, you still secure a spot in champs, I believe, as long as we follow the same format as last year, which yes, okay, you're nodding your head, yes, I thought so, but I didn't want to say that. You're like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, oh, Joe,
nah, you're good.
But yeah, you secure that spot in the champs. You know, it has a lot of, I guess, kind of bonuses with it to just get into stage 2 and secure that spot. No one wants to go through. I remember talking to some players last year, Joe. Mm-hmm. One of the more stressful things you can go through if you're a pro player or a top am, whatever it is, going through like relegation is
absolutely
terrifying.
Yeah, it is not fun at all.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there are a lot of good teams who are putting a lot of hard work in to try and get into stage 2. It's everybody want to compete on the biggest stage in the world.
You've had some memorable relegation.
Yeah, let's not talk about that one ever again. That's why I'm here right now, casting this match with you.
Literally, that match is why I'm a caster.
Yes.
All right, well, here we go. Round 1 underway. Zayra, the guy, that's incredible.
Rip me. All right.
Balls into top red. And Mindfreak has turned it into a 2 versus 2. Shox has got Mauls pinned for the moment, but he will back it up. As Shox leads, though, Buzzo gets gunned. Shox, though, I don't know, still a lot of time here. The clutch is certainly not impossible, but you will see a bar in his hand. He does have bomb to work with. No nade to his name, though.
Yeah, Xerox and Whalers, you know, they got those initial kills in the B. Really opened the round up. A great job staying alive inside that top restaurant. You saw all those nades come in behind that statue, but they were able to stay alive and they stopped that B push. But, well, as you said, Shox 1 versus 2. Xerox and Mauls versus Shox. Shox is going to see one, but he doesn't take the challenge. Takes a different one. Makes one player weak. Makes both players weak. Can he finish any of them off? Doesn't look like he's trying to stay alive now. Just has a pistol out.
Oh my God, he's so screwed, but like he had to have. Was it 2 on each, or was it just outside the 3-bullet range? Maybe
I think
on
so.
one.
Yeah, it definitely was, and I think it was actually through the barrel as well. So
how far? I haven't looked at like an actual breakdown of exactly where that 3-bullet range ends, but the one I thought was kind of close, but maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it may have been close enough, but I think the one bullet was through the barrel.
That could have been it.
Yep. So a great first round for Vitality on defense. That's what you love to see. At Mindfreak, they just went for a B hit, but that got shut down. And while Vitality, you can see on your minimap, they're going all out B here. So is Mindfreak. Some nades come in, risking, takes one, gets stunned as well, tries to get behind that bomb, does. It'll pick up that first blood on the fighter.
I was going to say, it almost looked like it worked out well for Mindfreak because it isolated, risking kind of by himself inside a site, but he's able to get the first blood. Now everybody in. Shox.
Yeah, this round for Mindfreak is on Shox. Shox needs to try to make it play. As soon as he opens things up, those 2 players on that other side can get things going.
They never saw all 4 get into sight, though.
No.
You don't have any vision from top red or the backside. Shox is so worried about somebody in ammo or that back street because it's a pretty common place to play. Now he just knows he's got to go. He goes right into Mauls' gun, and they drop 1 by 1.
Yeah, Vitality just get all 4 players inside that site. Doing a great job just working together. You saw 2 players staring at top restaurant. Whalers looking this way. The guy behind bomb looking towards that flanking. Again, that bomb gunfight, it's a little bit different now like we talked about. You know, typically the guy who sort of shoulder peeks in with an FG, he can sort of rip that guy off that bomb head glitch, but it's much tougher these days.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been tough, but now a whole lot tougher.
A whole lot tougher.
That is for sure. Okay. Well, Mindfreak trailing 0-2. You don't want this reverse sweep to be for nothing right now. Just get blown out. You got to get something on the board here.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to wait for Fida to open things up. There is one player, that's Shox, going all the way through A, so they're going to wait for him. This round is basically on him. He might be able to catch Whalers out. Yeah, so now I imagine they're going to try and rotate this bomb through A. Yeah, you can see it on your minimap. He's going to go all the way through the spawn, but 4 versus 3, they're in a very good position right now.
And Fida just got vision. That's huge. He saw one pushing through towards ammo. He's got him spotted. He has one in kind of top grannies with him, holding a player courtyard. That nade might actually finish it. He might get both. Oh, okay. Was the grenade just a little bit deep there? Well, he doesn't get the one in courtyard, but he does finish risking. And the player in courtyard's just in a world of trouble. You got one top building, and finally he drops the buzzo.
Yep. And that was a great job. You got a little bit worried there in case because the bomb wasn't planted. So if those players go down, then it sort of is like a 2v2 with bomb not planted. Xerox, though, he's on some streaks. He's only 2-0, so I don't even know if Mindfreak is going to recognize that. I'm sure they'll hit the back button and see the amount of points that he has, but he has to have a bomb plant.
I feel like maybe he did.
A lot of assists.
The 2 players, I don't know. You wouldn't expect it when you have 2 kills, but like the 2 players pushing him at least 10 mount.
Had the defuse as well, probably with Shox. So if we can show the scoreboard, let's see how many points he has on his screen. Let's see if Mindfreak will recognize that he has streaks at only 2-1 now.
So he has 660 points.
Yeah, so.
And I did see a couple mountain classes out the last round.
I noticed it.
How many do we have this time? Just
2.
2? Okay. I think that's the same as last round.
And, well, that bomb's going down right away. There is no pressure from Mindfreak inside this B site. And this is what's scary because now they have those streaks. This is a big gunfight, Whalers and Dens. Whalers has the advantage with that STG. Nade comes in. Den's not able to connect. The big thing is Dens has airborne on, right? So no streaks can be called. Great angle there from Xerox on the fighter.
It looked like he was shooting at his foot. I think he got a credit with a headshot there. All right, just peeked out a tiny bit more, but he will drop.
And that's why, man. I mean, yes, that starts with Dens. It was a great job by Withers to watch the flank, but that's why you have to somehow either try to nade or just defend that B site, you know? It's so easy when you get that bomb down. There's so many angles you can watch it from.
Well, fantastic job, and they don't invest anything, right? Still have the 2 streaks.
Yeah, Xerox went down, so.
Oh, yeah. So you don't invest anything there. Okay.
This the bad thing as well is as soon as you get streaks, you slow down, so you can't just run into B. But Vitality playing 3 inside that middle building, one through A, because they don't want Dens or Shocks, I'm sorry, to really push through that. But Fighter just goes right down the middle of this streak. Great job by him to get first blood. And a second. Stuck in the glide bomb.
Calling the glide bomb. Let's say he didn't react to anything. With the glide bomb coming in, doesn't get a kill, and he falls. So this is a dream come true for Mindfreak right now. You got a 3v2. 1 less streak to deal with. Now just don't get clutched up on.
Yep. Shock staying alive. Great job. Not to over-challenge. You saw both players were there, though. So, yeah, they're just going to take that bomb towards B.
He just barely gets away with his life there.
Got that hunker. That always helps.
Certainly does. But now they'll wrap it towards B.
Yeah, because he saw both players. He got shot at, and he put some bullets in. So that means B's wide open for Mindfreak.
Den still has a nade to work with. So if they get set up, he's able to check it if needed. They decide to set for the backside of the site, but they just want to hold it from inside. Whalers crawling on forward. Spots the first, gets gunned. Malls tries to trade it out, but Buzzo, great job just tucking away in that corner, making him fly the whole way out. And now Mindfreak, I mean, what felt like dire straits, I mean, that's how the opening of the series felt too, now suddenly seem right back into it after that round. That's all Fighter, right? Goes up, picks the one mid-map, wraps right in and catches the player. Xerox using the glide bomb.
Yeah, just taste that risk. I mean, again, there was 3 of those Vitality players inside that restaurant. They did not expect that at all. And due to Shocks that, offensive round before that, one player had to watch the A side. So for Vitality, the one thing that's still going your way, you still have that fighter pilot, but it looks like they may get some resistance in that B site. Nope, just some stuns, but it looks like a double flank maybe coming out of Mindfreak. Well, nope, Shocks does get in. So Shocks got in that B site. He's behind that statue right now, so a great first blood from him.
Wait, Shocks? No, Shocks is... He actually got the kill from the flank. Shocks is in red. He actually was the one that pushed out their courtyard, then backed up and went top red. So I guess he just got the angle when they were all stunned and getting hit by the grenades as soon as they backed up. Well, I mean, it was the pressure of the player that got into bomb that pushed them back in the first place, but... Yeah, Shocks.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny. As you were saying, I was watching Shocks run away down the red. I was like, I don't think that's him. All right, well, 40 seconds to work with here. Vitality trying to come in. Buzzo gets picked, though. And
here's the thing. If you have a player right here, he can watch this cross. You just need to play back A, just like Dens is doing right now. So, okay, they make some adjustments. Dens just needs to stay alive. He can get help from Restaurant and Middle Street. Doesn't need to overcommit to anything. And, well, okay. Worried me there a little bit. He's going to have some help from his teammates now. Great job staying alive, working that round.
Just make sure in that situation, if you are going to drop, it can be traded out. And he certainly would not have been in that position. Good job, Dens. I mean, they probably invest half their clips trying to pick him off, but...
Yeah, and there's only about 30 seconds left to get that bomb down in a 3v2. That's always very difficult. Just hoping for a pick.
And what... It's 3-3 now, right? Yeah.
Yep, 3-3. There's still that fighter pilot. I don't know when Xerox is really going to commit to it. Fighter, he has Expeditionary on. He's going to try to get a deep stun in. But it looks like Riskin and Xerox, they're in already. Look how far Riskin is. Already behind the bomb. So again, it's looking like B is going to be a no-no for Mindfreak.
And the one player from Vitality that's on A has already pushed up to the green tower.
Yeah, this is going to be a big engagement here.
Yeah, Shocks is he was not going to be ready for this at all, I don't think. Oh, I did Whalers not?
What is happening?
Right? Okay, now he's watching. Let's say, yeah, he did not expect him to be all the way pushed up to green. So gets that kill. And this is a round where Vitality needs to stop the bleeding, right? They've given up a couple rounds here to Mindfreak where they had utter control. Risking now this position you have on B. Oof. It's tough for a moment. That's a big grenade that pushes him back, and then they find the kill. Malls tries to quickly peek the edge, but Fida had just dropped down. Now Xerox comes in from the backside. And it's all on Papa Dens, and Dens is relatively close to streaks, and now I think you have to play for him.
Yeah, you definitely do. You're only 2 away. 25 seconds left. Do you even go for the plant at 8?
Well, the plant gives you what, the fighter?
Yeah, and I don't... He might flank this B site. This might work out.
Oh, my God.
There is an opening. Yeah, you have one player watching A.
God. Does he check the close corner? Check it. Gets it. Now he sees he gets the bomb plant. He's actually going to pick up 2 streaks now. Does he get hit before he gets it down? Does he get hit before he gets it down? Does get the plant, so he gets the streaks. Right. Yeah, I mean, hell, I thought just getting the 1 kill was almost enough, but then you get the bomb plant. Oh, actually, never mind. He's still a little bit short of the 1 kill, but so the plant does get them both. But, man.
Yeah, he gets 2 kills and makes it a 1v1 in a tough situation. But, yeah, that's the best thing you could do. In a, in a 1 versus 3, you get those streaks. Now is Vitality going to notice that? We'll have to see. See if they put any mountain on. 4-3 for Vitality in a game 5. So you have Xerox, Riskin doesn't, Whalers does. So you have 3 with mountain, but Riskin is that bomb carrier, so this could be risky. Hey, risky.
Risky business here from Riskin. Do they call in a glide bomb to maybe try to hit this right away?
He's going to be fast. He's going to get out.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, fighter pilot comes in. There's nobody in the B site, so this is a wasted fighter pilot. That's why I would love to have seen a nade come in or a stun come in and just let them know, hey, they're in the B site. But oh, I like this from Mindfreak though. They're gonna put a smoke down.
And one is pushed the front. This grenade, if they're a little bit tagged up, could be massive. Shox just ran right through into ammo. He's behind a pair.
Oh, this would be terrible timing. There's a player to gets both. Doesn't get the last one. Xerox has to peek it. Great shots from Dens. Wow. 4-4. I love that defensive smoke, just close that off.
And not only that, not only do you defensive smoke it, but Screw closes it off. He just flies through the smoke ammo.
He almost got killed by his teammate's nade. We saw it, we saw it being cooked in courtyard, throws it across. We got a little worried there, but great round out of Mindfreak.
Well, and then there too, players are a little bit tagged probably from that grenade. I don't think with the current damage on that machine pistol, he likely gets both kills. I mean,
I don't know what that second player didn't react at all.
No. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, 4-4.
Now, Xerox still has his, right?
The fighter pilot?
Yes, he still has his. So, all right, imagine the hit marker doesn't come in, but a lot of nades do.
Uh-oh.
There's 3 members of Mindfreak inside this site, so this might be the perfect round. Looks like he's getting set up for it. Yep, that's coming in. He's just going to light this site up. Is he going to find anyone? He gets a hit marker on Buzzo. Okay, that's fine, but Fighter trades a kill, so it's still a 3v3. But the flank is coming in deep. Whalers all the way around. This round could be on him. 1 versus Shox. Shox doesn't see him.
Shox may have got the most fortunate timing in the world
on the bomb
there.
Site. Oh, but Dens just rotates around. Great shots out of Whalers, though. 1 versus 1.
Whalers. Guns him, but now you don't have a lot of time to make plays. Want to wait for the health to come back. Fido will be on the opposite side of the tower. He's got to hit perfect shots yet again. Time keeps getting burnt. Under 8 to go. Not enough time to get to the bomb.
Great round out of Mindfreak. Doing a great job trading after that score streak comes in,
Tell you what, if Whalers went and beamed one off bomb and then off tower, that would have been disgusting. What, was that 1v3 then? Or 1v2?
And I wonder after that fighter pilot comes in, how does Malls get picked? Because Malls was the first guy to get picked. I'm not sure if he tried peeking top restaurant while the fighter pilot was coming down, but that turns a 4v3 into 3v3. Now Vitality back on offense.
Oh, they were all mountain in sight, so it's not like they're scrambling to get safe. They're all just holding spots, so guessing somebody peeked with it, just got gunned.
But there we go. The same old offensive strat for Vitality. Riston's just going to plant this bomb. The only difference is Whalers is going all the way around. Is Mindfreak going to expect this? It looks like number 1, that's Dens. He may see something. He might come out of this fighter pilot. Have a player, but Whalers just goes right behind Fida.
And that's weird. Like, what's... Oh, because he was mountain. Let's say, because Dens doesn't call that out. So he's able to get through. He's not mountain there, and that goes a whole lot differently. But now Whalers on a 5 streak. He's getting darn close to streaks. He gets to the edge.
Yeah, this is a big round for Whalers. Great play on a 5 spree right now. 12-6 in this game 5. And he gets another kill. So there we go. Streaks for Whalers as we go into round 11.
Did Whalers kill everyone? I got to see the final.
He might have.
Well, he had the... Yep, he kills everybody. So he gets the ace here, the opening 2 kills. We swapped over for a moment to the flank inside of red. Whalers says, screw it, I don't need the flank. Just ends up beaming both. And that means he will have, should have 2 streaks to his name, I believe, because that's streaks up to 7 now?
Yeah, it's up to 7, yeah. So he has 2 streaks, and they're back on offense.
6.
Mindfreak needs to do something different here. They need to do something different. They can't stop this B plant. It looks like they're going to go for 3 flank very quickly. Look how fast Denz is going. But Whalers, he's going to call in a streak. Yep. Just trying to do it, waiting for that 15 seconds. Denz is going to be able to get into that shed.
Here we go.
Come on. Hello? I need someone to answer the phone. Hello?
Streak in. Can't kill him in white, so they know he's pushing through. Call, it's going to come to Whalers now, but Buzzo does get the first blood.
Do they have a... I would have loved to see if they have that smoke as well, but there we go. Fighter pilot coming in as well.
It's a time thing now, Joe.
Just going to see Denz. He's not going to find anybody else. They know they're not on bomb, though. They know they have nobody on the bomb. Getting that defused. 4 versus 3. 20 seconds left. Mindfreak has to act fast.
Mindfreak's going. They do get 1 kill in the back. It takes him a little extra time to get that kill, and now it's all on Whalers. Whalers has to go clutch. He needs to find the players. He's tagged it from the side. Can't get him off bomb. And Mindfreak get it done despite multiple streaks coming in that round 11 from Vitality. Doesn't matter. It's Buzzo with the first blood, and it's Mindfreak clutch it up.
Who were we watching there with that PPSH? He was in a gunfight, and he missed some shots on a Mindfreak player.
Well, I think he would have died from behind maybe regardless,
but he lost a gunfight. I think if he would have won that...
Oh, he would have saved his teammate in the back. Yes,
would have made it a 2 versus 2, and that changes everything. Instead, it's a 3v1.
Yeah, he hopped around the edge and missed his first several bullets, I think, there. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but yeah, no, good point. I mean, he drops in that regard.